What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about the best attackers and defenders for the Victory Circuit this season and Glider Circuit Week 1 and 2. So also, if you complete the Glider Circuit within with first week, you get Radiance. And also here, if you get 100 points by the end of week 2, you get another 10k points. And then also like for week 3, you get another 10k points. So that's why I want to talk about the Glider Circuit as well. But it is pretty much the same as the Victory Track. It's just, you know, you also have the feat of Indestructible. So basically, if I zoom this here a little bit, you will see that it's kind of a Mystic season. So whenever you activate a Striker with your Mystic attacker, you steal 30% of the defender's max power. So it's almost like a bar of power. And then also, you get way faster, what's it called, Relic power, free spirited from this node. So you can do some crazy stuff with your Relic in this season. So also here, when the attacker reaches a bar of power, the defender gains a power gain buff, granting 100% of bar of power over 4 seconds. That actually can be pretty annoying. And then here, if you have champions with a lot of buffs, they can get those 8 buffs in total. Then they get the power efficiency. And then also during that time, their buffs cannot be nullified or staggered. And then the only thing that changes for the Glider Circuit is that when you reach 2 bars of power, the defender gains an indestructible buff. And also, man, like I tend to like forget that node. Is like usually when you get to that special 2, you want to fire it off and like end the fight, but they go indestructible. So it's a bit annoying. Now let's talk about the best attackers from each class. So for the science class, there are some decent ones. We have Mr. Count Nefaria here. So he is actually, let me sort this here. So he does probably handle the power gain. So I don't think there's going to be an issue when you're using him against any champion if he is awakened. Spider-Ham can actually benefit from the extra power gain and push the opponent to special 2 and like deal a lot more damage, so he should be a little bit better this season. Titania is also very good because she has the stagger, because again, those 2 buffs, they're actually buffs. Like the destructibility is a buff, the power gain is a buff, so it can be staggered or neutralized, which is really good. Then you also have Quicksilver with his like Wither. If the power gain gets crazy, I don't think it's gonna be like too required, but it's a nice bonus if you got like a 7-star, I guess. And then lastly, Luke Cage. He's got those exhaustions. He can even reverse the power gain, which is very, very interesting. And then moving on to the skill class, there's not many. Like I think the only one that kind of stands out is Crossbones, because he can reduce the ability accuracy of the nodes, I'm pretty sure. So like they're not gonna get the buffs, but like honestly, I guess you can use Blackout as well. But yeah, skill champions don't really do too much for this node. Up next, we have one Mutant again. Mutants, I don't think they're gonna do anything special. They don't counter power gain, they don't counter the Indestructible. But this guy can. With his ability accuracy, he definitely can. Archangel. Moving on to the tech champions. Now the tech champions, they do have some kind of like power control, which is nice. So you can use like Ant-Man here to power control the opponent, make sure they never get to a special 3. Also, you can probably do some crazy rotations with the increased relic power. Just never let them throw a special. You can also use iDoom. iDoom, I think, is going to benefit a lot, because you can just push the opponent to their special 3, and then just power drain them easier and deal some nice damage. Red Skull is a nice power control as well. You can also use Stark Spidey for some power control and just nuking people before you just get too many bars of power and give them like crazy power gain. And then Mr. Warlock here, he should be able to handle the power gain as well. Never let the opponent to get to a special 3. Moving on to the Mystic class. This is where you can pretty much use anyone, but the best ones that stand out are the ones with consistent staggers or neutralize. So for the Mystics, also here, Absorbing Man, he doesn't have any, nullifier or anything, but he does handle the Indestructible when you get to a special 2, so you can kind of like speed it up and benefit from the MD. Chavez can power control. You can probably never let them get like bar of power without power gain. If you have like 3 dimensions, they're just going to get reversed, which is really, really interesting. Juggernaut, he's got the double stagger, so you should be able to handle both of those buffs here. We also have Kushala. She can nullify those as well, and even if they don't want to nullify them, you can just benefit from them from the Soul Barb. Then you also have Longshot. You can just Fate Seal them as well. Again, they are buffs. Purgatory has the Neutralize, which is really nice. Rintra has the Neutralize, which is also really nice. Sasquatch has the stagger on the heavy attack. Again, not as good as Juggernaut because he has 2. But then he does work. Shafra is really decent with the atrophy. You can just shorten the buffs and kind of like benefit from MD, which is really, really good. You also have Hood here with the staggers. Really interesting. Spiral is going to work great with the power gain node because it's actually a buff. When it's a power gain buff, she benefits a lot. So she should be a little bit better this season, which is really interesting, and I definitely want to try her out. And then lastly, we have Tigra with the neutralize. Never let them get a buff, benefit from them, and actually apply some ruptures. And then Wiccan here as well. Neutralize should be able to do some crazy stuff. Now let's talk about defenders. So ideally, you want to have some champions that have lots of buffs, at least 8, so they can trigger this node and then get the power efficiency. But if champions don't have buffs, the dangerous thing is the power gain. So they can get to like special 2s or special 3s. So I just picked out some champions here that you don't really want to bait too many specials from, or don't want to push him to special 2. So like we got Joe Fixit here. You don't really want him to stack a lot of debuffs on you, especially if it's like disorients, because it can hurt a lot. Photon is not really great because you can go into the fully unblockable special 2, because you can handle the special 1 in pure light form, but the special 2 you cannot unless you have a champion that doesn't trigger dex. So she can be a bit of a problem. Quicksilver, you need to dex his special, so the more you dex, the more whiplashes you get, or if you block the special 2, it's a lot of block damage. And then Leader is also a bit annoying. His special 2 is like a bit of a problem. Also, he's gonna probably prolong the fight thanks to inequity, and then he's just gonna throw multiple. So just be careful there. Moving on to the skill class. We got some champions that are pretty annoying, honestly, here. So Killmonger. The power gain is gonna like make this fight really weird, because you're never gonna like let him get like to 0 bars of power and not take like reverb. So you definitely want someone that has a consistent armor break for this guy, because he would be a problem for sure, especially if he's like really high sig. Moving on to Bullseye. I think Bullseye is gonna be a problem. Sometimes you might get lucky and push him to special 2s, but honestly, he just loves throwing the special 1s. So I think he's just gonna be an issue in this season. Lumatrix is a bit annoying with his invisibilities, especially like with the special 2. He also gets that evade, so if you don't have a a slow debuff for someone to prevent that evade, he's just going to be annoying. Also, he's very new, so keep that in mind. And then Atuma. If Atuma throws too many specials, he goes unstoppable, and then you have to like parry him, and if you parry him, he gets a lot of concussions. That is going to be a problem. Moving on to Mutants, we got Dazzler. She's got a bit of an annoying special 2. You can block it, but it's probably going to be a lot of block damage. Again, she's not really a crazy defender, but I just figured I should mention because special 2 is kind of tough to dex. Up next, we have Jean. Jean can be a problem if you don't remember the reverse controls, or if you don't have someone that's immune to it, because there's a lot of specials, like you might get clipped. Bishop could be a problem if he throws many specials, or if he like throws a special 1, maybe. And then Mr. Sinister is a problem, because you don't want to bait too many special 1s back to back, and if you bait the special 2s, the concussion doesn't let you trigger abilities, which is very, very annoying. Plus he's like super tanky. Onslaught is a problem, because even if you throw the special 1, it takes too long and it prolongs the fight, and then special 2 just can catch you off guard and just messes you up with that reverse control. And then lastly, North Star. He's got a bit of an annoying special 2 if you don't really know what I'm trying to find him. If you don't really know how to dex it, he can cause some block damage for sure. Moving on to the tech class. The tech class has some annoying champions here. So obviously Zola will be an issue. However, if you really know how to like heavy counter him after the special 2, he can kind of like save you, because you can push him to special 2 easier with that power gain. But it's kind of a tough thing to do. Mysterio, if he throws too many specials, he's very, very annoying. Actually, Mysterio is kind of a forgotten champion, but I still do like him a lot. And then we got Red Skull. You don't really want to bait a single special from this guy, because auto block and then unstoppable, so he is going to prolong the fight a lot. Plus, he starts with a lot of buffs, so there's a very, very high chance. Actually, it's kind of like guaranteed, unless you get like neutralize, that he is going to trigger this node, the power efficiency. So he is going to be a bit of a problem for sure. And then moving on to Shuri and Shocker. Shuri has a lot of block damage on the special 2, special 1. And then Shocker, special 2, a lot of block damage, and special 1 just is really quick. He can catch you off guard, and he lets him get the charge as well, which means he can auto block you. Now the Cosmic Champions are kind of nuts here, because they have a lot of buffs. So Gallon, You don't want to bait too many specials from him. He's going to be a 7-star as well. And then he's probably going to trigger this node as well. And then he becomes Nullify Immune and all that stuff. Like, you really don't want to fight like a big Gallon this season. Then we got Hulkling. He's got tons of buffs. He is only a 6-star, so I don't think he's going to be a bit of an issue. I think it's just going to be fine. Medusa will be a problem for sure. Because, like, if she triggers 8 buffs, oh man, she's going to be Staggered Immune and, like, Nullify Immune. That's tough. You really need, like, someone that has Neutralize for Medusa this season. Maestro has a high chance of triggering the same node as well. Power Efficiency. He can probably, like, spam a lot of special ones or something and then get closer to you with the root and, like, degen you with the Cosmic Radiation. So he might be a bit of a problem. And then Nova here is actually interesting. If you have a duped Nova, he increases the duration of buffs. They can go up to 80%. So that's going to be a really long destructible and a really long power gain. And then also paired with his own power gain. Man, this guy is going to be probably one of the best defenders this season, for sure. For weeks 1, 2, and the glider, sorry, the victory track. Moving on to Cersei. Cersei, if you have her duped, man, she has also... I fight Cersei usually in an alliance war, like power efficiency. She's very annoying because you can't punch the specials. It just keeps throwing specials. You can't nullify because of power efficiency. Like, I really wish I had a duped Shuri because of Cersei, because I don't think she's going to be really great on duped. It's going to be probably really tough to trigger 8 buffs. But yeah, a bit of a problem here if you have her duped. Deathless Thanos, I think he's going to be fine. He probably won't trigger 8 buffs. But, you know, power gain, you can push himself to a special 2, and then also with that Energize, he probably will be a bit of an issue. And then, of course, Serpent. I don't think I need to explain anything. This guy, a menace for sure. And then lastly, for the Mystic class, Chavez, if she gets to a special 2, and she has a dimension, you know what happens next. Enchantress with extra power gain, we don't love to see that for sure. Longshot, if he's awakened, it's gonna be a bit of a problem here. Might get to special 3s. So, yeah, I wish my Longshot was duped. Mephisto, oh man. Good thing this guy is not a 7-star case. He's gonna go crazy with the power gain this season. And then we also have Rintrah. He can be an issue as well. He's really, really big. Might get to his special 3 with his own power gain if you have him duped as well. And then we have lastly Spiral. You don't even want to bait too many specials from Spiral. That's why I included her here, because she has the swords. She can probably prolong the fight quite well. And then lastly we have Destroyer. I think Destroyer might be a bit of a problem, because he's got the power gain if he throws too many special attacks. However, if you push him to special 2s, it's going to be fine. It just depends how the AI wants to play. So yeah, man, this season, it does look pretty interesting. I'm excited for also Gladiator Circuit. I really just have to not forget this indestructible mode, because every time it is on, like, I always forget it. Just throw the special 2 into the indestructible, and that probably causes the result of the match to be a loss. So yeah, man, I'm excited for this. I don't have like the craziest Mystic roster, but I do have some. And yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.